Here's what I'm thinking about right now. Grandma B. I remember when I was 7 or 8, and I was outside in the back in the projects. The back. So the projects are row houses. I didn't live in the tall buildings like Good Times. I lived in the row houses. And it's a square. So it's like you have a row house here, you have a row house there, you have a row house there, and then you have a row house there. So in the middle of the row houses is a back, I'm not going to call it the yard because it was all concrete. That's where we played. We played hopscotch, double dutch, bull rush, hide and go seek. We played everything back there. So I was back, the candy lady, it was like 2 or 3 candy ladies. There were houses you couldn't go to. Somewhere around 9, when it got dark. When it got dark, I had to be on the porch. Now, I was about 9. My little brother was 2. This is the problem with the world. They treat the men different than they treat the women. I was 9, I had to be on the porch. He was 2, he could be everywhere. I was 11, I had to be on the porch. He was 4. I had to call my little brother all the time. Let me tell you, Jesus. Whew. So anyway, on this back, I would ride my bike, and I was riding my bike that day, and I fell. And I fell into there were rocks. So in the projects, in the back, it is no grass. It's all concrete. But they conveniently have little pieces of dirt that grow trees so your grandmother can go get a switch when she needs to beat you for talking back. That's me. But for the most part, it's all concrete. Well, I was riding my bike and I fell into a little patch of glass. It was glass, rocks, all that kind of stuff. So I went I'm crying. I can barely walk. I'm hobbling. And my friends, they helped me get to the door, and I'm crying and it's painful. And so, oh my grandma, what you do? Back in the day, parents treated you like you did something wrong when you were in pain. What you do? What you do to yourself? Help me, Jesus. Lady, I think my leg is about to come off. Anyway, so she sees all the glass, like it's still glass stuck in my leg, in my knee. Here's my knee. Here's my knee. It's glass all in my knee. So she says, oh, don't worry about this. I'm going to handle this. So all my friends, I don't know, they evaporate, disappear. I don't know where they went, but they should have been calling the police to save me. Because Grandma B went and got some alcohol. You know how they did it back in the day. You had alcohol, mercurochrome, it was red, peroxide, ammonia. Now, ammonia wasn't for physical defects. It was for everything else. Bleach. All of this new stuff they came out with to clean your house. No, we had ammonia and bleach. And you could not mix the ammonia with the bleach. Otherwise, the house would blow up. That's what I was told. I learned how to do real chores. Spring break was called cleanup week. Okay. So let's get back to the story. So I got all this glass in my knee. Grandma gets the alcohol. I'm kind of delirious. It's painful. It's sharp pains. She poured the alcohol on my knee. And the next thing I knew, I was waking up. Help me, Jesus. Why did she pour alcohol on my knee? There were less painful, less traumatic ways to handle the situation. She could have started off with they didn't have all this new stuff that they got. Maybe she could have started, now turpentine was bad too. She could have started off with peroxide, because when you pour peroxide on an open wound, it just boils up, but it doesn't burn. Why did she start out with the peroxide? I don't know. She started off with alcohol. and I woke up hours later. I remember when I was riding my bike, it was daytime, all of this activity was happening. You know, I was like a leader in the backyard, in the projects, in the neighborhood. So I had stuff to do. I woke up. The first thing that I recognized when I woke up, not that my knee was healthy, I realized like the sun was going down. I was like, what did I miss? I couldn't believe I had missed the whole day or half a day or whatever it was. Oh my God. I remember that. All I remember was she put the alcohol on, and then I remember waking up. I must have screamed and went to sleep. And so I said all that to say this. Some of the things in your life right now that you are going through, it's going to feel like alcohol. And you think there's a simpler way, an easier way, a less invasive way. You think that there's another way to get you to the other side. But let me tell you what that alcohol did. That alcohol cut out every piece of glass, rock, sand, Satan, demonic energy. It took everything away. There was nothing else. I didn't have to go to the hospital. I didn't have to get any stitches. Now, I guess after that, she put on the peroxide, you know, the little soft medicine, the mercurochrome. It turns your little whole knee red. But she hit me with that alcohol. And let me tell you what she did. This is some lemon juice. She didn't take the alcohol and dip it with a piece of cotton and dab it. She took the bottle and poured it on my knee. Jesus, Grandma, come on now. But in life, sometimes you're going to need some alcohol. In life, you're going to need somebody to tell you the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Because the situation that you're in, it can take you out. The situation that you're in is eating at you. The situation that you're in is dangerous. The situation that you're in is poisonous to your soul and to your future. And somebody in your life needs to be strong enough to give you some alcohol. So in everything that I do, my personal life, my professional life, and my ministry life, and for me, they're all the same. When Pastor Warren asked me to be the pastor of stewardship at Cali Worship, I said, I'm not church material. I'm like, oh, Jesus, why me? They laughed at me. I was like, okay, because I don't act different. I'm the same everywhere I go. But what I will tell you is this. I've been called a minister, preacher, gangster, teacher. Thank you, Jason, for giving me that name. And as tough as it is, because I know Grandma B did not want to see me. She said I screamed. She said I screamed. I ran around the house and I just passed out. I'm pretty sure she did not really want that to happen. But she knew that alcohol was going to make me whole. And it was going to make me whole fast. So in New Wealth University, I'm tough. I failed my students. You know, people come to New Wealth University like they got it going on. Hey, I'm working with Dr. Lynn. You got the first answer wrong because you didn't read and you didn't answer the whole question. Fail. Now, I've had a few people quit. Well, that's your problem. There's something wrong with you if you quit. But most people say, thank you, because I was doing this the way I did everything. If you're trying to get to the next level, you can't do life the way you used to do it. If you're trying to go from 5 figures to 6 figures, you can't do what you did to get to 5 to get to 6. If you're trying to get from 6 figures to 7 figures, you can't do what you did when you got to 6 to get to 7. If you're trying to get from 7 to 8, you cannot do the same thing. Anybody here looking for 9, 10? Come on now, that's where I'm trying to get to. Not for me, but for the people who I am called to serve. Because when I acquire, I'm talking massive, global, innumerable wealth. I'm going to feed the homeless. I'm going to clothe the clothless. I'm going to heal the sick. I'm going to use all of my power, because my dream has been, I talk about the 10, 10, 30, 50, 10, first 10% you tithe. I'm looking to only have to live off 10% and give 90 away. That's where I'm going. So wherever you're going, whatever you're doing, you might need some alcohol. Come on, let's get in the game. Get off the sidelines. Get in the game. Get your alcohol so you can heal. Stay tuned for more.